Hi students, we will start fifth modulo, that is electromagnetic or else modern surveying instrument. In that, three parts having. First one is electromagnetic distance measurement, second one is remote sensing, third one is GIS, Geographical Information System. First we will discuss about the modern surveying instrument. In that particular topic is electro distance measurement. Okay, so electro distance measurements, this method is generally based on a generation propagations, and the term embracing the measurement of a distance using the electronic methods. Okay, in these cases having a three instruments. First one is geodemeter, telerimeter, distomax. Okay, in these cases having a three methods we will adopt. First one is DD measurement, that is direct distance measurement and optical distance measurement. Third one is electromagnetic distance measurement. In your syllabus, electromagnetic distance measurements is only included. Okay, we will discuss about the electro distance measurement. Electro distance measurement is a term that embracing the measurement distance using the uh, electronic methods. In electronic methods, distance are measured with the instrument that rely on a propagation, reflection and subsequent reception of either radio or visible light or infrared lights, infrared rays. In these cases, okay, we will study about the electromagnetic waves. Okay, in this case electromagnetic wave, see here, this is a electromagnetic waves. Electro distance method is based on the generation, propagation, reflection and subsequent reception of electromagnetic waves. The types of electromagnetic waves generated depends on many factors, but principally on the nature of electrical signals used to generate the some waves. The revolution and use of radar in the year was resulted the application of the radio waves to surveying. However, this was suitable only for defense purpose, since it could be not give the requisite accuracy for a geodetic survey. Okay, electro distance measurements commonly used as surveying use a modulated infrared waves. Properties of electromagnetic waves, see here in these figures. From a wave, it's moving from A to H point, and also A is having a 0 point, B having a 90 point, C having a 180 degree, D having a 270 degree, and it's having a phase modulations. Okay, see here. See here, this is A point, B point, C point, D point, E point, F point, G point, H point. Okay. In this particular point, see here, it is 0 degree, and when these waves come to here, this is a 90 degree. When it reaches at a C point, this is complete one oscillations, that is complete it completes a 180 degree phase modulation. When it comes a D point, it's a 270. When it comes a E point, it complete one oscillations, that is a 360 degree. This calls waves, sinusoidal waves. Okay, already you people learnt in the first year. Okay, From this to this is from one A to E point is one wavelength, or else cycle it is. It is a one cycle, and this upper point is called sinusoidal. Okay. So these electromagnetic waves having some properties. First, having the waves complete a cycle in moving from identical points A to E, or B to F, or D to H. Second property is the number of times of the wave complete cycle in 1 second is termed as a frequency. That frequency is measured in hertz, that is Hz, where 1 hertz is a 1 cycle per second. Thus frequency F is equal to 10 raised to 3 hertz. Okay, 10 raised to 3 hertz. Then third property is the length of traversed in one cycle by the waves termed as the wavelength. See here, this is what we call the one wavelength is. The wavelength is nothing but the length traversed in a one cycle by the wave is termed as a wavelength, and it is denoted by wavelength is lambda. Okay, it is in meters. Thus the wavelength of a wave is distance between two identical points, such as the A to E point or B to F point. Okay. Then it covers some times, that is t, that is nothing but in the t in seconds, and also wave travels in some velocity, that is velocity is measured in meter per second. Then its velocity of light is obviously 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Okay, then frequency formula is F equal to C by lambda equal to 1 by t. Okay, already I told to you people phase and point explanation. Okay, let's come to this figure. See here, this is an electromagnetic spectrum. So electromagnetic spectrum, the types of electromagnetic waves known by its a wavelength or its a frequency. However, all these travel with a velocity approximately 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. This is the velocity form the basis of all electromagnetic measurements. See here, above 10 raised to 4 point having a long waves, and in between at a 10 raised to square it having a medium waves. Across the upper part is wavelength in meter, below part is frequency in hertz. So according to that wavelength and frequency hertz, electromagnetic spectrum is showing in the figure. Okay, that, and also electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but so it is a electromagnetic spectrum. It is although visible light is the most obvious manifestation of electromagnetic radiation, other forms of also exist. Electromagnetic radiation can be produced at a range of I'm showing to you people electromagnetic. See here, this is electromagnetic spectrum diagram. Okay, thus electromagnetic radiation can be produced at a range of wavelength and can be categorized according to its position into discrete region, which is generally referred to electromagnetic spectrum. Thus the electromagnetic spectrum is a continuum of energy that ranges from meters to nanometer in wavelength, travels at the speed of a light, and propagates through the vacuum like a outer space. Okay, all matters radiated of a range of electromagnetic energy with a peak intensity shifting towards the progressively shorter wavelength at an increasing temperature of the matter. In general, wavelength and frequencies varies from a shorter wavelength to high frequency cosmic waves to long wave length of the low frequencies. Okay. Next parts comes electromagnetic measurements. That is, first one is geodometer, telerimeter. Okay. We will discuss further point, that is types of EDM measurements. Okay. Types of EDM measurement instruments are a microwave instrument, visible light instrument, infrared instrument. Briefly, I will explain only two lines. So let's come to microwave instrument. So in these cases, this instrument come under the category of a long term ranges instrument, wherein the carrier frequency of a range is 3 to 30 gigahertz. It is a 1 gigahertz is nothing but the 10⁹ enable distance measurement up to 100 kilometer ranges. It should be measures. Telerimeter come under this category. Okay. Next one is visible light instrument. This instrument uses visible light as a carrier wave with a higher frequency of order. It is in 5 into 10⁻14 hertz. Since the transmitting power of a carrier wave of a high frequency falls off rapidly with a distance, the range of such a EDM instrument lesser than those micro units. Geodometer comes under this instrument. Okay. Next instrument is infrared instruments. So infrared instrument, it is in the group of infrared radiation band of a wavelength about a 0.9 micrometer as a carrier wave, which is easily obtained from a gallium arsenide, that is GaAs, infrared emitting diode. Okay. In this case, the power output of the diode is low, hence the range of this instrument limited to 2 to 5 kilometers. Okay. Let's come to geodometer instrument. Okay. So geodometer instrument is, see here, this one is geodometer instrument. So I will explain it. The method based on the propagation of a modulated high waves was developed by a Berskund of the Swedish Geographical Survey in collaborations with the manufacturer. In these cases, see here, shows the this schematic diagram shows the geodometer. The photograph of the front panel of a modulo 4. In the photogrammeter already you learned, no? So in that cases, some photographs study we learned. So on that basis only we will discuss. The main instrument stationed at a one end. Okay. See here, at one end of the station, and a line with its back facing other end of the line, while reflector is placed at the other end. The light from an incandescent lamp is focused at the point 1. See here, by means of a arcometric condenser and also Kerr cell at the second point is filled with a nitrobenzene. When the high voltage is applied to the plates of the cell and a ray of a light is focused on the ray, is split into two parts, each moving with a different velocity. Two Nichols prism, that is the 3 points having the third one is having a two slits are there, no? So that is nothing but the two Nichols prisms placed on either sides of the Kerr cell. It is a place between the two second point, that is the Kerr cells. See here, this is a case. This is the this is a Kerr cells. Sorry, this is the Kerr cells. This is a Nikon prisms. Okay, in these cases, on leaving the Kerr cells, the light is recombined. However, because of a phase differences, the resultant beam is elliptically polarized. Diverging a light from the second polarized can be focused on the parallel transmitting. Okay. Then on the other hand, the line being is measured is a put reflex prism system or a spherical mirror which is reflects beam light through the back to the geodometer. Then fourth one is phototube. In the phototube, the light photons impinge on the cathode, causing few primary electrons to leave on a travel accelerated by a high frequency to voltage to the first diode, whereas the secondary emissions take place. This repeated through the further 8 nodes. Okay, the final electron current at the anode is some 100,000 times greater than the at the cathode. The sensitive phototube is varied by applying to the frequency of the Kerr cell voltage between the cathode and the first diode. The first frequency vibrations are eliminated by the series of electrical chokers and also condensers. The passage of the modulating voltage through the instrument delayed by means of adjustable electrical delay units. That electrical delay units is fifth point. See here. And also the difference between the phototube current during the positive and negative bias paired measure the null indicator, that is the that is this one, null indicator, and also this is a direct current. Okay, and also further it 7 point is it is a oscillator. See here, this is 7 point oscillator. The phase will be between the two pulses received. The cells are measure of the distance between the geodometer and also reflector. This is the explanation about the geodometer. Next one is telerometer. So telerometer schematical diagram is like this. Okay, see, so telerometer frequency of a radio waves of a light waves. It can be worked with a lightweight 12 to 24 volts battery, 12 or 24 volt battery. Hence the instrument is a highly portable. Observation can be taken both during a days as well as the night. While in the geodometer, observations are normally restricted in the night. However, to such telerometers are required one to be stationed at each end of the line with a two such a highly skilled persons to take a observation. One instrument is used as the master set or also controller set, while the other instrument used as the remote set or slave set. It model MRA2. Okay, see MRA2 modular, and also schematic diagram shows represently systematically with all block diagrams. Okay, this figure shows the block diagram of the telerometer. First, it is designed by the Wadley, and also it is radio waves are emitted by the master instrument of a frequency 3000 MCS. Okay, and it is converts into 3 into 10 raised to 9 CPS. Okay, from the high frequency wave termed as a carrier wave. Okay, the low frequency wave is known as the pattern wave, and used for making accurate measurement. The light frequency pattern wave is thus said to be frequency modulated by a low frequency pattern. This modulated signal is received at the remote station where a second lystron is generated. Another carrier wave at the 3033 MCS. The difference between the two stations are frequencies 33 MCS. Already schematic diagram shows that clean explanation. Okay, next comes third instrument, that is a Distomax. Okay, Distomats is nothing but the having a the Distomats is we will skip off the Distomats, only mention it is this is one. The Distomat is a very small and a compact EDM electro distance measurement, particularly useful in a building construction, civil engineering construction, and also cadastral detail survey, particular in a popular areas. Okay, next comes total station. Okay, total station is nothing but the figures shows the fundamental measurements in the total stations. Total stations having it is a combination of a electronic theodolite and an electronic distance measurement, that is EDM. Combination makes it possible to determine the coordinates of a reflector by aligning the instrument crosshairs on the reflector and simultaneously measuring the horizontal and vertical angles and also slope distances. Okay, see here, having fundamental measurements are, first one is the rotation of the instrument optical axis from the instrument north in a horizontal plane, and also we will get that is the horizontal angle. Second line is a fundamental measurement is the inclination of the optical axis from the vertical, that is a vertical angle. Third one is distance between the instrument and the target, that is a slope distance. Already that is showing the vertical angle, horizontal angle, and also slope distance. That figure shows the fundamental measurements made by the total stations. Advantages of total station it is and also some LIDAR scanner is having. So horizontal angle and a vertical angle and also slope distance are having in the total station. This is let comes LIDAR. Okay, LIDAR is a unique remote sensing technology that has taken surveying industry by a storm. LIDAR stands for a light detection and also ranging and describing how the technology uses lights in the form of laser to measure the distances. Okay, some advantages and disadvantages are having, so please refer it, and thank you.